Well, Saturday we had a really good scrimmage. I think we went about 120 plays, and just look at us on our first-team offense. They took the ball down the field and they scored numerous times. And then just the second team, we had to just develop that second team and continue to get better with Gerard, and he's done an outstanding job. And then today we bounced back and kind of sluggish, didn't move around the way I thought we would, after the long weekend. But if you look at us, kind of beat up Santos. We're down on Saturday. We'll have surgery later on this week, but we expect him back by mid-July, and he'll be back ready for fall camp. Jermaine Roberts still evaluating his knee. It got a road up on Saturday, so we're still evaluating him, and also Sherrod Evans still also evaluating him. But, just kind of beat up a little. You saw some guys go down, but just had to fight through it, have 7 more practices, and that's the only way you're going to get better, because it's still about fundamentals and technique, and our guys just trying to improve each and every day.
Questions? Start with Chip on the right.
Charlie, Gerard Hurd, just talk about what you've seen from him over the first 7 practices or first half.
With Gerard, he's still getting better, and what you like about just how well he competes, and you watch him today, he went out there and made some really good throws, and you just like, he just need to develop and continue to be consistent. It's all about consistency with him right now, and then just continue to pick up the offense. He's a guy that if a play breaks down, he can run away from you, but we just like for him sometimes just sit in there and just make the throws and see if he can make them.
On your left, Brian.
Charlie, with the injuries, are you and the staff, are y'all wanting to pull back, either in what y'all wanted to do, or is it still full steam ahead? No,
you had to go full steam ahead, because if you look at what we're working with, the ones that are not beat up, we still have to get better. Because you look at us on offense, we really haven't had an injury like we have on defense with, you look with Santos, you look at Sherrod, you look at Jermaine Roberts, 3 guys that are down, 2 in the secondary and 1 at linebacker where we're really thin. But we just got to continue to press on. We have some guys that need to work, and if we can get those guys that work, then it'll help us out in the long run.
Stay on the left, Ryan.
Connor Williams and Brandon Hodges with the first team. Are you mixing and matching there still, or are those guys ahead of their counterparts?
No, you just still mixing and matching them up and just rolling them in. And because you look at Seth Flowers was out today, and so Seth is usually in there at guard, and then with Connor, it's been Connor, and he's rotating in there with the ones. But it's all about us just trying to find the right fit.
On your right, Anwar.
Coach, you said Gerard Hurd is playing better. Would you optimistically want to know who your starting quarterback is by the time this spring is done? And do you feel like at the stage that these guys are going, you might be able to have an answer by the time spring practice is over?
Oh, you'd have an answer, because right now, Gerard is playing better. But if you look at Tyrone, he's been out there and he's been consistent. He's been doing what we ask him to do. So, right now, you're just hoping that you can continue to get both of them better. And then by the time that we start up the season, then you have 2 guys that right there that can go play for you.
On your left, Cedric.
Charlie, how are your younger guys processing information this first half of spring, and are you seeing the intensity that you were looking for?
Well, when you talk about just young guys, you look at us from the offensive side. You talk about a Connor Williams has really picked it up. Deontay Foreman is a young man at running back, is doing a really good job for us. And then you look at us outside at wide receiver. It's just fun to watch just how well that they're competing and just getting better and better, because Dorian Leonard is someone that has just hit the seam and is playing well and doing a lot of good things for us out there at wide receiver, and also Lorenzo Joe. And then you look at you talk about Hurd, and is also doing a good job on the offense. And then on the defensive side at the nickel position, Bonning's doing a great job for us. It's came in and is really working hard. And you look at Puna Ford, but with so many guys right now, they're stepping up, because you lost so many guys on defense that are playing well and doing what we ask them.
Stay on the left, Mike.
Charlie, 2 things. What's the status of Armani Former? We haven't seen him out there. And you say Gerard is playing better. Do you anticipate getting him any reps with the first team? We haven't seen that yet.
Well, some of the practices you haven't been to, but he's worked in there. Gerard has, but with Amani, it's just day to day with him. I thought we would get him back out there today, but you know, I expect before we get out of spring ball that he will be back with us.
And Gerard is working some first team reps.
He's taking some first team reps, but you know, when you look at it, you know, with everybody just kind of just rotating guys around, because we talked about, you know, you look at Hodges and Connor today with the first unit, and even on defense, I think we put Puna with the first unit and put Ridgeway with the second unit. So it's just, you know, we're just taking guys and just placing them, and just seeing how, you know, when you take a guy and you move him with the first group, how he performs.
On your right, William?
Have you been pleased with Antoine Davis and Eccles since Sherrod went down?
Yes, and you know, the good thing about Antoine and Eccles started, you know, get some games for us last season. Just that, you know, just their knowledge, and then just the way they play. And the thing about it, you know, when you play defensive back, you have to have a short memory. You can't give up the big throws, and the balls, you know, when it's thrown up, you have to go get it. I think I told Antoine today, I think we challenged him about 3 or 4 times. And I said, you better be glad Leonard wasn't healthy, because I think some of those balls he may would have got went up and came down with him. But it's just, you know, it's just good to see those guys perform.
Back middle, Chris?
Right at the halfway midpoint of spring ball, general overall assessment, are you happy with where they are? Are they a little bit behind where you want them to be? Where is this team right now?
No, Chris, because just with us installing the new offense and just, you know, trying to tweak it, I think that, you know, we're just looking just each day to just get better, and we're accomplishing that right now. But, you know, I think that we're going to add some more. I think today we added some, you know, some plays, but kind of challenge our guys. But it's still about us continue to get better. You're never pleased with where you're at. You're just hoping that, you know, by the time we end up with spring ball, we can be satisfied.
On your right, Jeff?
Charlie, can you talk about Malik just from the standpoint of he started out at the Fox position, now you're having to work him in at linebacker with Santos gone. Is it not that big a deal because he's so new to it, or has there been some challenge there trying to teach a young guy, have him learn one position and then flip him to another?
Well, really, Jeff, he wasn't really at the Fox position, because what we did was we stacked the 3 backers. So he was at outside, and now we just took him and moved him to the inside. But we did that when we played the 4 down. So when we went to our 4 down package, we put him at middle linebacker. Malik is very instinctive and can pick it up very well. But we just wanted to see how he would look inside.
On your left, Brian?
Coach, the practices that we've seen, it seems like DeJay and Lorenzo Joe have been in the mix, either on good catches or just on the sideline. And would you rank them ahead of Marcus right now? Because it just seems like Marcus, you know, it just seems like he would be doing more.
Well, you just missed it, Brian, because Saturday Marcus had the best day of all the wide receivers. And so you look at it, I think today Marcus got out there late because of class. But Marcus is having a really good camp for us right now. And you look at DeJay is doing well, and Lorenzo Joe. They made some catches today, but Marcus had a big day on Saturday.
Great, Kirk. On your left, Kirk?
Did you play one-on-ones in the scrimmage Saturday, and will you do that in the spring game?
Yes, we will, and we just went good on goods on Saturday. Yes, we did. We're good on good. So, but that's the only way you can really just tell where you are, because if you go ones versus twos, sometimes you're gonna get dominated by one of the two. So we go ones on ones just to get the picture that we need.
I'd also like to ask about your conversation with Shaka Smart, how instrumental you were in bringing him to Texas, and what all you told him about having coached at Texas a year.
Well, you know, we had this conversation on Wednesday, and I had not spoken with him, and so we had a conversation on Thursday, and I just told him, you know, sometimes you sit in a position and you're at a school, and not to take anything away from VCU, but you know, he had great success there, and I said, now you have a chance to come to an unbelievable university that is great just athletically and academically. But, you know, I just told him that you just got to decide where you like to be in your career, and if this is what you've always dreamed about, this is what you always wanted to get to, then you have a chance to make that dream come true. And not so much a dream, but, you know, it's always a challenge. And I said, that's what you want a challenge. And I said, you know, just being here after 1 year is unbelievable support. You're going to get it. You know, it's almost like, you know, whatever, you're going to get it, but a lot is expected of you. But, he's an outstanding coach, and he's been a head coach for a number of years, and he will have great success here.
The middle, Chip.
Charlie, that middle linebacker position, what have you seen from Jenkins in that role, and what have you seen from Cole? Obviously, you're still fishing there with the young guys coming in June.
Yeah, you just kind of, you're not so much fishing, but you have Tim Cole, who's been in there and is doing a really good job for us. And then Freeman is right there with Tim Cole. And then, Jenkins, because what we did, we go 4 down. So basically, when you play 4 down, you really don't need the big body that we always talk about, because people spread you out so much. It's almost like if you're a big body guy, because it's not like it's downhill ISOs coming at you where people are just running in there and just blasting you with a lead blocker. It's all finesse, and it's, can a guy get off a block, and can you separate and get off a block, and then go just get more than anything, just get the defense lined up is really what we're asking that middle backer to do. But it's all about him being a really good athlete and just being smart, recognizing plays and adjusting well, and then separating off blocks.
Is that Cole right now?
Well, it's Cole, it's Freeman. It's really not just one particular person, but Cole has stepped up because that's where he was when Santos went down. He was behind Santos.
On your right, Anwar.
Coach, I know we're talking about the team and how the team is gelling together. What about the coaching staff? You added in several new guys in the offseason. How are the new guys getting adjusted, and how is that working out so far?
Well, you look at us on offense, by adding in Jay and Jeff, it's been a great fit for us because, most coaches are professionals and they can adjust, and they've adjusted well. Come in with great ideas. And when a guy's not concerned about himself and doesn't need his ego stroked, then it's so easy for coaches to adjust. But when you got to, pamper egos, then that's when you're having an issue. And then on defense, adding Brick to the room has really helped us. But, he comes in where there's 3 guys already sitting there, so it's more like he's got to come in and just learn the defense, because we weren't going to, turn the defense and change it at all. But he's done a great job because, like I said, those guys are professionals and they can handle their business, and they're really not only good coaches but just outstanding people.
On your left, Ryan.
Charlie, sorry. You said it, and I just missed it. Duke Thomas was not out there today, was he?
No, Duke wasn't. Duke sprained his ankle on Saturday, but he's day-to-day. He'll be back out.
High ankle, low?
Not exactly. I don't think it was high, because he'll be out for a while if it was a high. He intercepted a pass, so a quarterback heard him, swoops, tackled him. So there's something in there. Yeah.
That concern you with all the quarterbacks out right now?
No, it's you'll get them. We'll get them back, and because you won't get Sherrod back this spring. You won't get Jermaine back, but Duke will be back.
On your right, Jeff.
Charlie, what were your thoughts on the clinic over the weekend, the feedback you got from the coaches, and what was it like just having Coach Holtz around and have him in town?
Well, anytime you bring in a name like Coach Holtz, you're going to get a great turnout and a good response from the other coaches. And Coach was around. He was around all day Friday. Spoke to the team. Did a unbelievable job. Even did his magic trick for the team. They loved that. And then came back with the practice. Then came back that evening and spoke to the coaches. But the feedback is always good, because it's still about just building relationships, even with us. And what's been great is having Jeff on the staff, because he knows a lot of these coaches. But like I said, when you bring in someone like Coach Holtz, it makes it a lot easier for you, because he does all the talking and everybody wants to meet him.
What was the magic trick?
Always the newspaper. I don't have a newspaper, I can't do it. If I had my paper with me, I just can't do it right now. Say it again. Exactly. He had it with him, Yeah. He had his newspaper with him.
Last one, Chip.
Charlie, Duke Catalan at running back. What have you seen from him? What do you like about him? Is he more of a third down guy, or is he an every down guy?
No, he could be an every down guy. And he's very explosive, very good in open field. And the thing you really like about Duke is he runs behind his pads and will run over. We were out there in a tackling drill, and I forgot which linebacker it was, but you know, they only get one move, and so he takes his move, and the guy didn't go with him, and he just lowered his pad and just ran right through him and bounced. You know, it kind of shocked me, but very tough runner, and someone, like I said, can play every down for us, has really soft hands, can catch the ball coming out of the backfield, and can pick up blitzes when we ask him to block on the blitz pickups.
Thanks, gang.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.